What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It's Andy with 12 Pell. We are back at it again with another consultation. This time I have my good buddy here, Lenny, and we're gonna tap in and see what's going on with him, all right? Before we leave, don't forget to drop a comment, like, and subscribe, all right? Appreciate you. Lenny, what is going on, brother?
Yeah, so as you can see, my hair is a little bit long. So I'm trying to see, how I can cut it in a way that fits the way that my hair sits a little bit better. On the side, I'm not sure if you can see, but when this side gets really long, it gets really thick. Like you can see right now, it's being pinned back by the hair clip. But when it gets kind of long, it gets kind of thick and it poofs out, which is kind of annoying. On the top, even though it's long, I kind of like the way it sits on top of my head. So I definitely want to keep the top, a little bit longer on the side, maybe taper it. I think I would want to have like a 80-20 split, maybe to the side. So 80 on the side and then 20 on the side.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I love the way your hair sits, right? The textures are great. But again, you're right. With this type of hair, typically Asian hair, there's a certain threshold, I mean, a little too short, it protrudes like a porcupine. But when it's so heavy like this, it kind of just awkwardly looks like a lump on the side of our head.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think what we'll do is we'll give it a trim, but we'll be cautious where we kind of leave just the right amount of length. Take out that internal weight so it flows back a little bit better for you. Definitely give you a taper, clean up these sideburns that are a little bit too bushy. Same thing back here, give you a nice taper. On top, 80-20 is gonna look great with you. Pretty much we're gonna be doing like a modernized gentleman's haircut. More flow towards the back, 80-20 parting, and then tapers for the side.
Awesome.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
Let's do it, brother. Let's get started.
Saturation is key when starting a scissor haircut. The more wet it is, the easier it is to actually grab your sections. So to begin the haircut, I'm going to grab a horseshoe section to isolate the top from the sides and back. Doing so will allow you to cut easier and not get lost as you work in sections. Now that the top is actually isolated, we need to section off the sides from the back. You're going to start the section right behind the ear. So to start this haircut, we're going to grab a middle vertical guideline that's actually going to be only about your cutting comb's width. Make sure as you pull out your guideline, you pull it straight from the head at 90 degrees. Doing so will help you avoid creating unwanted bulk. So now that your initial guideline is set, whether you move to the left or to the right, you're going to over direct back towards the middle so we can ensure that the middle stays the shortest. Again, sections should only be about the width of your cutting comb. So now as we move to the sides, we want to connect the sides to the back. To do so, we're going to begin our cross graduation technique. Here I'm creating a triangle section so that I can isolate his fringe. I'm going to connect the top to the sides and back. So to create this triangle section, you'll want to go from the corner of the hairline to the apex. So in order to connect the top to the sides, what you're going to be doing is pretty much continuing your cross graduation technique. Don't forget to pull out 90 degrees and to really hold that tension. Now we need to connect the fringe to the rest of the top. We're going to do this by creating our center profile guideline and connect going from the back to the front. Once your center profile guideline is set, you're going to move to connecting the sides to the top by working in horizontal sections. All I'm doing here is connecting the sides to the middle. A little trimmer work around the ears and C-cup to make sure everything is crispy. To start our low taper, I begin with some clip over comb to create the initial shape. I create my initial guideline with my clipper because going up and flicking out is going to create a less harsh guideline that won't be so hard to remove later on. With my lever on the open position, I flick up about a finger's width. With my one guard, I repeat the same process. Close and then open about a finger's width. Repeat the next step with your 1.5 guard. Now I connect the darkness to my guidelines with a little bit of clipper over comb.
All right, Lenny, that's the cut. I'm gonna show you the back and the sides and let me know what you think, all right, bro?
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the skin tapers, like we talked about, keep that lower neckline nice and short for you. So that way we get a little longevity out of our haircut.
Yeah.
But again, the most of the attention is all that flow and texture going to the back of your head. Tapers on the sideburns as well, a little shorter, a little bit neater. A modernized gentleman's cut.
That's awesome.
Good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, brother.